Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're going to set aside, all the shiny objects for a minute. We're doing a deep dive into what is really a quiet crisis, one that decides if a healthcare practice actually survives: patient data management.
Right. It's this messy, behind-the-scenes infrastructure that's just driving costs through the roof, and it's pushing really good staff right into burnout.
Okay, so let's break this down. Healthcare went digital, which was supposed to be a good thing, but in doing so, it seems like it just created an even bigger mess.
A much bigger mess. Clinics are literally drowning in what we call unstructured, unusable data.
And what does that actually mean, unstructured data?
Well, this isn't some, theoretical concept.
Hmm.
In practice, we're talking about a constant daily flood of stuff. Faxed lab reports, referral letters, scanned PDFs of old records.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and even handwritten medication lists, patient emails, all of it. All these documents, they just land inside the electronic health record, the EHR, as these separate, inert blobs of information.
So none of it talks to anything else.
Exactly, and the immediate consequence for the clinic's operations is, well, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Chart prep and data management have basically become a second full-time job for people who are already completely overwhelmed.
And the numbers on this really tell the story, don't they?
Yep.
It's not just filing. Staff are spending so much time just hunting for information.
Oh, a huge amount of time.
Our sources show staff spend, get this, between 20 and 40 minutes per patient before a visit, just preparing the chart.
And then another 15 to 25 minutes after the visit just to organize all the documents that came in.
That's up to an hour per patient.
Per patient, just to make the data usable.
It's because they're digging through attachments, right? Opening PDF after PDF, looking for that one sentence.
That's not documentation. That's forensic accounting.
So what's the root cause here?
If you connect the dots, it's fundamentally an infrastructure failure. Most of the EHR systems we use today were built, 10, maybe 20 years ago?
A different era.
A completely different era. They're essentially just advanced filing cabinets with a user interface.
So they were only ever designed to store data.
To store it, not to organize it, not to summarize it or trace it or clean it up. They were never built for the high-volume digital world we live in now.
And who ends up suffering the most from this?
Small practices, absolutely.
They make up nearly half of all U.S. clinics, about 47%, and they're expected to meet the same tough compliance standards as a giant hospital system.
But they're running on a skeleton crew. Maybe one physician, one MA, one person at the front desk.
So that administrative load, it's not just a hassle, it's an active driver of burnout.
It is. The tools just aren't designed for their reality.
So if the current system is pushing so many clinics toward collapse, what does the future actually require? What are the non-negotiables to fix this operational mess?
That's the key question. And we have to focus strictly on the operational and the administrative needs here. The next generation of tools, they need to prioritize three fundamentals. First, clinics just need structured, searchable data, meaning they need extracted information, clean summaries, and automatically organized charts so they can do a quick comparison. The days of just relying on raw documents have to be over.
So the raw PDF is dead, basically.
Yeah.
You need an intelligence layer on top of the storage.
An intelligence layer for data management, yes. Not for clinical decisions, but just for clean data.
Okay, what's the second requirement?
Second, and this is critical, traceability and source transparency. They are mandatory for trust and for compliance.
So you have to be able to see where the information came from.
Every single line. Staff have to be able to trace a summary back to the original file, see the confidence levels, and then validate it manually if they need to.
That makes perfect sense. You can't rely on a black box summary in healthcare.
Never. If you can't verify the data instantly, it's useless. And third, the focus has to be on the ruthless automation of administrative workflows.
Like drafting referral letters.
Exactly. Drafting referrals, structuring multiple PDFs into one cohesive chart, and just reducing all that manual typing for staff. It's about making the clinic run efficiently.
So the current tools, things like scribes or the EHRs themselves, they all miss the mark.
They do. Scribes only handle live notes, and EHRs only store the data.
They don't have that critical compliance and line-level traceability that staff need.
Right. The next solution has to unify all that PDF ingestion, provide traceability, and automate the admin letters to actually reduce that manual burden.
So the core takeaway here is pretty clear.
I think so. The healthcare data crisis is administrative and it's operational. It requires systems that are engineered specifically for compliance and for verifiable, trustworthy data. We have to fix the infrastructure staff uses every single day.
So that leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. If the goal is truly to stop clinics from drowning in paperwork and administrative overload, what's more urgent? Building theoretical, future-facing solutions, or fixing the practical, verifiable data management crisis that is happening right now, today? Think about the true cost of messy data, the cost that happens far beyond the exam room.